What's up guys, Fury TV here, and we're back with another episode of Poker Hands. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos, as your support is allowing us to continue posting videos on a daily basis.
Mr. Ivy got the aces. Limps in. Sam checks back king at clubs. Rut-row. This could be a big one, Jeff. We got top set against the nut flush draw on a pair.
Action. Top set Ivy, no big deal. What a board though. I mean, I guess for Greenwood, you know, it's a little unlucky. He's got that pair flush draw. He's got to think, you know, against the set. This is like the worst hand he could be against. Even like ace queen, his 8 would be live. But or you know, ace jack, he's got the whole shalada, but here he's really just drawn to that flush. And for Ivy, a bit unlucky. Oh well, that actually now that is that's a sight you'd love to see if you're a Phil Ivy fan.
Quads for Ivy. Greenwood still with that nut flush draw. Remember, in this game, flush beats a house, so we can see Greenwood 0%, but he's going to think he's still doing okay in this
Gotta love it. Slip some rope, you know, in case some, I mean, just pretty special stuff here. This is, I mean, if flush runs out, if a club were to come, oh my goodness gracious, come on.
Wow, we have quads versus nut flush in short deck.
Wow. This is, honestly, this is, I mean, is there any chance it doesn't?
Just goes in,
it's
right?
in. It's going in. How could it not go in?
If Ivy bets, Sam's going to raise, Ivy's going to jam.
This is insane. And Sam is thinking about Vegas and the Mirage, and this is the one that you don't get there. You're on your way and you don't get to in the door somehow. This is, I mean, there's just no other. I mean, there's just none. There's hand combination 1, right? All the other ones are houses.
Right.
But at the same time, yeah, I guess you might think Phil could have a lower flush, but a full.
Right.
You know that a full house doesn't beat.
But you're going to raise up here. You're going to
get raised, and you think maybe Phil has like the queen high or whatever, not a flush. Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to like it when he gets jammed on.
He's probably. I don't even think he thinks long. Wow.
Obviously, you lose the 10-9 of clubs and you lose the aces. Those are the 2 hands you can lose to here.
And if you're Phil, you lose.
Same for Phil, he loses to the 10-9 of clubs and the king 10 of clubs. I mean,
no, king 10 of clubs, right? That's it.
Sorry, yeah, king 10 of clubs only.
So there's one hand you lose if you're Phil, and
there's 2 if you're Sam.
Yeah. So it's the biggest cooler you'll see, really.
Sam's going to feel sick, but he can't fold. Quads.
Wow.
Have some of that.
Wow. What a hand. I mean, this is a sick 3-handed, 1 versus 2 stack in the biggest cooler you're going to see possible.
Whoa. Now, this is extremely, this is like below the bottom of Feraldo's range. From the undergun spot, like 5-6 suited, he just couldn't let it go.
Sometimes you're playing live poker, you're drinking wine, you just look down at a pretty hand.
I don't know, I'm saying like 6-7 suited would be even closer. 7-8 suited, I think it is.
Zeno with King Jack in the same suit from the cutoff. He's going to call.
I'm not saying like I don't do what Feraldo just done. I'm saying like if I'm in this spot under the gun and it's live poker and having a wee drink of red wine,
then you're going to be playing.
I think I'll be playing the 5-6 of clubs.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like 1.1. A lot of players wouldn't be.
Gerald with pocket 9s in the small blind.
Yeah, this is the kind of hand. He's on a small blind. He doesn't want to go 3 ways, possibly 4 ways to the flop, playing out of trap 1 in every street.
A low percentage of the time.
So I'm going to guess he's going to take the aggressive option.
I like to talk in absolutes.
And either squeeze, call it off, or maybe even just be happy with the pot and jam all in.
Right, okay.
Picking up like close to 20%. Oh, he's went for the flat call.
He's gone for the flat.
Fair enough. I'm saying, like, I wouldn't mind.
Is part of that predicated by Xeno's stack size flatting pre? Is he worried that maybe Xeno's laying a trap?
I'm saying, like, fair enough, Xeno could be laying a trap here, but I don't think it happens that often.
Okay.
So I think you're only concerned about getting in against Feraldo and getting unlucky, him having a better hand.
Well, Mark does.
I would elect to squeeze and not go 4 ways here, because when he does peel the 9s, it always goes 4 ways, and he's playing out of position 1.
I was gonna
He's
say,
first to act in every street.
Mark did get in for the cheap with 4-7. Look at this flop then. So Gerald has his overpair.
Yeah.
Feraldo top 2, and Mark with bottom pair and the open-ended straight draw.
And Anthony had a very good hand, and he flopped.
Have a look at this. It's going to check through.
This is insane.
How was
Well, Feraldo has to check this flop with his range, I'm saying, like, because he can't just bet it for the sake of it when he has it.
Well, 4 on the turn gives Mark the lead.
Whoa, this hand's all changed now, because now
Gerald's going to think he's got the best hand.
Gerald's thinking, okay, that 4 could be a good hand,
But
good
we
card.
Mark is in there, way out in front now.
You didn't even have like Jack deuce of hearts.
It's going to go
Deuce of hearts.
bet from Gerald, flat call from Mark, and Feraldo might be able to fold. He might be able to find a hero fold here.
On the next hand, I had kings. One red one and one black one.
They're one hand away from finding out which other had in that big pot.
The club and a red one.
Because what can Mark actually else do here apart from like flat call?
I mean,
Right.
nice
So like,
bluff.
I think Feraldo can find the fold here.
Ball.
He's going to be hating life.
I'm hoping you didn't have ace jack of
There's
clubs.
like-
I mean, that would be ridiculous. Really.
6-7 offsuit, 6x of hearts.
I don't even
He
believe that.
blocks one of the 6s. Mark can have all the 4s. He's definitely taking the price.
What did you have?
Gerald can have pocket 8s, pocket 9s.
Right.
This is a
You know
nasty
what?
spot. This is a spot that doesn't come up that often.
You're just wasting
Like,
time.
this is a hard one to actually figure out what to do,
I'm not even thinking about it.
what is correct. This is why Feraldo's going to be here for
You know,
a
I don't
while.
know.
Well, he's moved to his chips now.
I was going to say, of course, obviously he still
have
has
to think
outs
about it
to a
all now.
house.
But the problem is here, he doesn't want to see a deuce, a 3, a 7,
Right.
an 8, or an over card,
Yeah,
because
he's-
if it comes to Jack of Spades, somebody could have Jack Queen of Hearts, and he's counterfeited.
Well,
I'm saying there's
three-way
so
to
many
this
cards.
river.
He needs a 5 or a 6, obviously.
Wow.
Wowza!
Mark then hits runner, quads. Gerald's going to think his hands are near lock.
Well, this is a snap, like slam dunk. Probably, actually, Gerald has to check call for Aldo because he still has bigger overpairs that he
Right.
checks the flop with.
Okay.
But it might just go check.
And just,
Actually, I think it might go check.
I was going to say, does Mark have the most interesting spot here, whether to bet this or not?
No, I think range-wise, I'm saying like balance-wise, I don't think you can bet it. Because what's he betting with?
Well, that's what I mean, Mark. I think it's the most interesting spot. And again, he can expect Feraldo to jam when check to with those overpairs, right?
Everyone's got to assume a lot of Feraldo's range here is flush draws and overpairs, but
Right.
more likely overpairs.
Well, look at this.
So
Gerald.
maybe Gerald's going to put a wee blocker bet, or else he's going to think he's going for good value here.
I would acknowledge it.
And then Mark, of course, will just call here with these quads, try and get Feraldo in.
I don't know about that. I'm saying like maybe it is the best play, and the fact that he's not absolutely last to act, it's not like he's...
I just want the actual hand.
Obviously, if you're last to act and you call, you get punished.
Such a twitch by even knowing what they say. My chance always
Does he...
put away.
Which he shoves it.
Just move all in.
And this is an easy fold for Gerald. Unless he absolutely levels himself, but it's an easy fold. Four, 5 of spades is there. 4, 7 of spades, 4, 8 of spades, 3, 4 of spades. And then you've got the queen, 4 of spades, king, 4 of
Right.
spades. All the 4 of spades is there.
Well, let's put a lot of chips into this pot.
Actually makes it easier for him to fold when he bets so much.
Right. It's just a suicide bluff. If it's a bluff for Mark, then it just...
I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of the sizing, to be honest. The 430 on the river, I would have went for like 275 or something. It does the same thing.
Right. Stops yourself getting
And
bluffed.
I actually think it was too thin a value bet for that size.
Well,
And I think
What's Fraudo
and I
saying
think
here?
Feraldo could have folded the turn. I think he could have.
Miss Rocky.
What a showing by them at the Party Poker Live Millions UK main.
We got to watch Roberto Romanelli yesterday. His unorthodox style. Ran 2 ridiculous bluffs successfully. Feels like destiny, doesn't it?
Just might be. Jacks for Sam. Makes it 325K. Hossein Ensan in the cutoff with the A7 of hearts. He'll make the call.
I'm not sure I care for this call by Ensan with ace-7 suited. I know it's Grafton, and he opens a lot wider than most. Seems to be very active, but this sort of hand I would prefer to simply just 3-bet. And for the times you get 4-bet or just call, you can play it a lot easier.
Ace in the window. It comes ace-7-7. How
I
about
told
that?
you I love this call with ace-7 suited by the main event champion. He just
Decent
knows
flop, I
when
would
he's going to
say.
flop
Yeah,
full houses.
intuition.
Just knows he's going to outflop the 2 jacks. Makes it look so easy.
Grafton leads for 300K.
Let's watch the master, huh? Look at this. Little eye contact, little smirk.
Makes the call. Another
Yeah, why
ace on the
not?
turn.
And now, this is ridiculous because it's going to be hard for Grafton to think, all right, what aces would Hossein call me with pre that he's not 3-betting? Would he really call with ace-X suited? The answer is maybe yes some of the time. Hossein's sort of an old school player, goes with his gut.
Check, check on the turn. Oh yeah, just quads on the river for the World Series of Poker main event champion.
What in the world? This is why you call with ace-7 suited pre. Look at this board.
Ace is full of
Grafton
jacks
has
for Grafton. It's
absolutely-
quads for Hossein Ensan.
Absolutely no reason to believe that his hand isn't best. He's going to try and get value from worse full houses.
Yeah, we thought a pretty good flop for Hossein. 7's full, then he turned to aces full, then he rivered quads.
Look at this, the overbet 2 million. We know Hossein is simply going to put it in, and Grafton is going to have to shrug it. Say, what in the world?
How many people are going to make quads on me today?
The shove is for a bit over 3.4 million.
Every
I can
ace
do it
in the
that
deck,
quick,
nearly every 7 in the deck.
You have to commit them. You have to call.
How much? So 1.4 million?
Yeah.
So 1.4.
Rough start for Sam Grafton. He's run into some hands
Such a sicko.
to begin day 3. Does use a time extension.
I'm so happy when that is going up.
There's just no bluffs here.
You heard Grafton.
No
He was
fold
thrilled
equity.
when that
Yeah.
ace popped up. To
for
your
sure.
point,
In his
on the
mind,
river.
he was value betting against worse full
The
houses.
only thing is you're such an animal, you might actually bluff here. Like, you might think it's a chop.
You can see after 30 minutes how forward.
He's way too happy.
Okay, great. How bad do I run? That was the time bank edit.
Another time bank used.
That's a big it's a bit greedy for me.
Does toss it into the muck.
Boss, just I can't look. I can't look. You can look.
All I can
can't.
say is I didn't see the hand.
Only for you.
I heard a big tip.
Raise to 3,500,000.
Dimitri with ace-king raises it up.
Sergio has yet to enter a pot today.
Hold,
And that trend will continue here.
hold.
Came into the day with 41,000. He has blinded himself down, folded himself down to 26 million, and he has also printed money in doing such, Jeff.
At least a $50,000 jump for him so far.
Abrió la mano el de al lado y tengo a 3 de diamante. Iba a abrir yo.
I believe is the only player that hasn't played a pot.
For sure.
Everyone else has been involved. Sergio has yet to play a hand. That's hard to do. Uh-oh.
Daniel with 9s.
And with a call from Fabian in the small blind, I think Daniel's probably going to squeeze here. We may see the biggest coin flip of the final table right now. I don't think he flats. If he does, I'd be shocked. 9s is probably at the bottom for having to 3-bet and commit.
All in. All in.
There it is.
It's all of it.
My goodness.
Oh, my.
Here we go. You can see 1 king dead for Urbanovic. We can assume he's going to go with ace-king here.
Sorry, I didn't saw it. I just saw like he stopping the clock and then restarting.
Could Dimitri go from short stack to chip leader, or at least close to it, in less than 2 hours? Could Daniel go from chip leader to short stack in the same amount of time? Find out in just minutes. Does make the call. And what a flip we have here. Dimitri with ace-king. He is the one all in and at risk.
We're just flipping for hundreds of thousands of dollars in equity right here, Jeff. Here we
Daniel
go.
Rasai with
I'm
9s.
nervous.
Certainly a nerve-wracking moment for everybody involved. Nine in the window.
Oh,
Quad!
my
Quad for
goodness.
Daniel Rasai.
Quad 9s on the flop.
That'll turn things around.
Good game, man.
And Dimitri Urbanovic, the Party Poker Team Pro, on the verge of a magical spin-up.
9-9, German virgins.
But is a little
steady. Still looks better than any one of the rest.
Yeah. Let's slow down a little bit though.
Yeah.
Can't bluff every pot.
It's not like he has been playing an insane amount of hands. The hands he has played, he just plays really, really well.
Yeah.
It's usually the best way to do it.
It is obviously worth noting that
Jason has very few hands he could have called there. But that's the nut card to have.
well, look at this flop. This looks like it could be trouble for Bryn. He has flopped an open-ended straight draw. Jake ace set. 10-5-6 rainbow board.
Yeah, this is... I can see this going in.
Yeah, well, Bryn has bet. Jake with a couple of options here, right? Check call or check raise.
He has a couple of options, but middle set is like the most fun hand to race with.
Oh.
There's a handful of chips going in.
Is a raise. Question for Bryn now. Well, quite a big raise as well. Up to 1.2 million.
Yeah.
What does Bryn do now?
He has two options.
Is it a bit annoying? I was saying 7-8. You do block perhaps some of the hands. Jake would check
For sure.
Well, he has gone all in, and
That's
Jake,
a
I'm
snap
sure,
goal.
will snap. And so it is Bryn at risk here of finishing in 5th place. He has 7-8 against the set of Jake. We'll need a 4 or 9, and of course, also avoid the board pairing. Well, the turn is the ace of clubs. Well, at least he's drawing live going through it. 4 or 9, or Bryn will be the next man out. And wow, the second time today we've seen quads.
My man, GG.
To eliminate a player, and it is Bryn Kenny who leaves in 5th place, collecting 340,000 euros for his efforts. A bit of a